day, Nigerians, and welcome to another episode of Hope Alive on IBTC Family TV. Una already know say na here we dey give una updates pertaining wetin happen for our election and even after the election. And I know say from yesterday we talk about the supplementary Adamawa governorship election where they do on the 15th of April 2023. So there still gets many more updates concerning that particular election where they hold for Adamawa. So Article Special Assistant for Communication will be Frank Shaidu. Don't come out, come talk say waiting the rec do for that particular day. The announcement where that rec do, they never finish collation, you don't announce results. Now exactly the same thing where Yakubu Mahmoud do for presidential election. So according to him, na the same person where they train him, they learn from him, or him master. In fact, he even likened INEC to Alibaba and the 40 thieves. And he talks say all those things now all the way they get from for him mind, like what they mean be say the rec and INEC they work hand in hand. Now waiting they send them make it do now he do. And still concerning the same issue, the governorship candidate will be Aisha Binani still come out, come talk say, in fact, she don't even go federal high court for Abuja. Tell them, say, make them review that election where they do. Say INEC no even get rights to cancel election. She talks say now only the election petition tribunal, now only them fee cancel that result where they call. She even talks say now because say PDP they cause violence, they cause distraction for that particular day. Say PDP even handle some INEC officials, now it make them cancel that result. And she gets a group of lawyers. She gets sons where they with them, we go follow and fight the battle. But we get to watch out for more updates. We go come for that particular Adamawa state. But for today, we talk about, we go continue from where we stopped yesterday. They talk about Tinubu's Guinean passport, his INEC registration form, and a lot of things. But no be only me go still chook mouth for that matter today. My name na Peace Obiekwe, and the person we follow me tanda for studio na Mr. Chidi. Good morning, Mr. Chidi.
Our people on a good afternoon. On our welcome to IBTC Family TV. Today, plenty talk no good day. Because the main thing where the trend everywhere where we go, where we say we never get anybody where we say a talk say na lie e be. That's in the Guinean passport of Bola Tinubu. And the person where we say he bring that very revolution and passport come out there with us today in the studio. David Hundeyin, you're welcome to the show. Okay, now David is the founder of West African Week. You know, he's a distinguished James Corey Fellow and Center for African Studies, University of Cambridge. He's a renowned investigative journalist. Somebody that when he investigates and gives you the report of such investigation, you need to believe him. In other words, I'm trying to say he's credible. And as we are talking about this very Tinubu's Guinean passport that is posted by him, we have not seen anything coming out from Tinubu's camp to dispute whether that passport existed or that passport is fake. We have seen different positions in the mainstream media, where big-time sons and ex-governors go to Arise TV, Channels TV, and label it that dual citizenship is eligible for president in Nigeria. And this is not the position of David Hundeyin in his post. And he's here to tell us why there is also the case of perjury. You may also wish to know that David Hundeyin is a person who, throughout last year, he was able to show the world, not just Nigerians, the world, that there is a drug case that has been in existence since, but maybe has not been investigated well. He did his investigative journalism and brought out so many things that Nigerians need to know about Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the drug allegations. He also brought out the issue of certificate forgery. That certificate forgery also have a case emanating from Abuja, which he has been on this show, and he was able to show evidence coming out from INEC that such information like the forgery of those certificates existed, putting together the certificate that is coming out from the Chicago State University and the one that was deposited by Bola Ahmed Tinubu at INEC not being the same. In other words, saying it's forged, and he has evidences to show for that. So why I'm bringing all of this out is for you to know that this person does not come out with something that he had not clearly investigated, or to tell people that he just wants to show off. He doesn't do that. So today, he has joined us, and he is going to explain to us what he thought about this very passport, the added information on the information in the passport being a diplomatic passport, the implication of perjury in that passport. So, David, you have the mic.
Okay, so first of all, this story was initially published. Story surrounding perjury was published in November last year. I published it on my platform, West Africa Week. And in that story, I cataloged several instances of perjury that Bola Ahmed Tinubu conducted on his INEC EC9. Sorry, first of all, am I supposed to be speaking English or Pidgin, just to confirm?
It is Pidgin we use here, but if you myself, I dey make mistake.
Myself, I don't forget. Okay, so
okay.
May I start again? So this story now for November last year, where I first published it for my platform, West Africa Week. The title of the headline of the story where I published has Bola Ahmed Tinubu is Bola Ahmed Tinubu guilty of perjury? The evidence says yes. Now the headline where I used that, and that story, waiting a day inside that story, the catalog of evidence where I put together to show, say, this man, where they call himself president-elect now, say, he no even supposed to be on top that ballot. He no they qualify to run for that office because he don't commit perjury for an INEC EC9 form. Now, for those who know, for those who don't know waiting the perjury means to lie under oath. So if you did court, and you they talk, the first thing then go make you swear. They say, I promise to say the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. We don't talk exactly. That they under oath. So if you can't talk anything, we know. If you can't talk lie after you don't swear that oath, that offense they call them perjury, lying on that oath. So if you lie inside court, or if you lie on top sworn statements, sworn affidavits, now the same thing. Now to lie on that oath, now perjury. And inside the Nigerian Constitution, perjury is a very serious offense. If you commit perjury and they find you guilty, you go prison for 14 years with that. A very serious offense.
Yes, and yeah, we could actually bring the Constitution where that is spelled out. Producer, can you put it for the audience to see? Yeah, this is the Nigerian Criminal Code. I want the one that is from the Constitution directly.
Okay. So as you find out, I'm going to continue. So again, many things we infill on top of the INEC EC9 form where we say that no true. First of all, waiting INEC EC9 be na electoral declaration form where you go fill, where you go submit to INEC if you want to run for president. Now the form where you feel where you go submit to INEC. So on top of that form, they get many questions where they go ask you for that form. They will ask you for your name, they will ask for your age, which school you attend, which work you don't do before, and then they go ask you several questions. Have you submitted forged certificate to INEC? You go see box yes or no. They tick no. Have you obtained citizenship of another country before? Like, say you don't get citizenship for another country before, you go see box yes or no. You tick no. Anything where you feel on top of that INEC form, now statements where you don't make under oath, because that INEC form now sworn affidavit, now sworn statement. So that's INEC form, now legal document inside court. So if you lie on top of that document, now the same thing as lying in front of judge inside court, now perjury, now serious crime you don't commit. So that story where I published for November, I bring out evidence to show, say, the certificate where this man submits, give INEC, now forgery, now very poor forgery, very blatant, very poorly done forgery. Say we even use subpoena. Subpoena na legal document where a court go issue, where you go use, you go send them, give a recipient, and the recipient go be obligated to release any information we concern the subject where you write on top of the subpoena. So after we don't subpoena Chicago State University, all the places where you don't claim, say you don't work before, the documents we receive back from them, including the original documents where Chicago State University issued, the original degree certificate where Chicago State University issued to person with they call Bola A. Tinubu for 1979. That certificate versus the certificate where this man submits give INEC, now two completely different documents. The fonts, different fonts. The logo, different logo. The layout, different layout. The dates, different dates. The number of signatures, different. The signatures themselves, different. The wording, different. And then the one where you submit give INEC, it get grammatical error inside. It get two grammatical errors inside that. So, and I even can still show evidence of where he even gets this forgery from. Say, he get one website where they call diplomamakers.com. Say, if you go to this website, you go see database of all the many fake university degree templates where if you download, where if you pay for. Say the Chicago State one there, and if you compare that the Chicago State University one versus the one where you submit to INEC, now the same thing. You get the same grammatical errors, the same layouts, the same font, the same logo. So this man goes diplomamakers.com, go buy fake Chicago State University degree certificate templates from there. Go buy and go submit and give INEC. So I present all this evidence. So on top that INEC EC9 form, that question where they ask, say, have you submitted forged certificate to INEC? Where in tick no, in commit perjury. First of all, now around the time where I publish this article, I don't already get access to this Guinean passports. But the thing be say at the time where I get access to this thing, the source, the person where send this thing give me, him beg me, say, may I no publish this thing yet. Say if I put this thing out for that November, say it go dey possible, say they go fit trace and back to her. And you know, say as journalists, you know, fit do something where we say it go kill your source. You know, if you do it did against the ethics of the profession. Now, one of the things that then when they teach us for journalism school say, no story is what your life, no story is what the life of your source, and you never reveal the identity of your source. So no matter what, anything we go expose the identity of your source, or we go expose your source to to trouble, you're not supposed to have.
Exactly.
So my wife, since that November where I get these documents, I just sit down on top of them until the source can't give me go ahead, say it don't do okay now. The source don't already come out for any situation where we say they go fit trace this document. Right? Now I can't release it. And waiting this document show, they say, even though this man tick no for that question on the INEC form where they ask, have you obtained any other citizenship before? He don't actually obtain at least one other citizenship before, maybe this Guinean citizenship. Because this Guinean passport, the data page for this Guinean passport, you will see say Nahim did there, and na diplomatic passport, which that one another story on it. And then the under citizenship, sorry, under nationality, they write Guinean. So for Guinea, they don't recognize as their own citizen, which means say this man don't collect Guinean citizenship. So before you talk about anything else, it means say first of all, this man don't lie on top of the INEC EC9 form. He not commit perjury. Now the ultimate, now the most important offense with that. Now you get many other issues where people don't raise, and they try to avoid those issues because I always like to simplify my things where people make people not go confuse themselves, because people don't they argue since say, well, you get I think now section 137 for the Constitution where it talks say person we get dual citizenship, say they qualify to run for office of president. Say if you don't acquire another citizenship, you know if you run for president. But the thing they say, even though the Constitution don't talk that one, it get case law precedents. So it get another case where Supreme Court don't rule out before, say whether person gets dual citizenship or not. Sake of say you get Nigerian citizenship, say nobody will deprive you of your right to run for office for Nigeria. So it be like legal gray area. So if you argue on one way, if you argue on the other way. So I try to stay away from that argument altogether, because the main issue is say this man don't commit perjury on top of the INEC form. And solid evidence there to tell people say this man not commit perjury. If any court sit down on top of this matter and look at with serious mind, the judge, it not go take 10 minutes to reach judgment, because this thing are open and closed, open and shut. The evidence, they very incontrovertible. The evidence, they very solid. It did there say this man, he don't lie on top of the INEC form. Say this man a criminal. He don't commit perjury. And under Nigerian Constitution, perjury now 14 years in prison.
I think notwithstanding what you said, the Supreme Court's case said, the Nigerian Constitution is very clear on section 137 1A. Was very clear. And whether you have dual citizenship, what they form, the INEC form, was very specific in asking is whether you have another, or you have an allegiance to another country. It was 3 times, the question came in 3. Producer, can you please display that very form, the INEC form? Now, this is the Nigerian Constitution. First, it says, a person shall not be qualified for election to the office of the president if, subject to provisions of section 28 of this Constitution, he has voluntarily acquired the citizenship of a country other than Nigeria, or except in such cases that may be prescribed by the National Assembly, he has made a declaration of allegiance to such other country. This very place is clear. I don't know what the other the Supreme Court case has to say about dual citizenship, but let's get to the form that you're talking about where the perjury occurred. Okay, we're looking at the INEC form. The question on number 10, have you voluntarily in the past changed nationality? This is a direct question. It is not whether you have dual citizenship. That is not the question. The question that is under oath is, have you voluntarily in the past changed nationality? And from the passport you have shown, it's showing that yes, he had previously changed nationality. And whether it's still currently, that is not, it is for him to come and tell us whether it's still existing. Then in the question number 11, you will see clearly said, have you voluntarily acquired citizenship of any other country, let me repeat, have you voluntarily acquired citizenship of any other country? It is not asking whether you have dual citizenship. It's simply asking you a question whether you have a citizenship other than Nigeria. Question number 12, that is the third question. Have you made a declaration of allegiance to that or any other country? If yes, specify the country. Just very simple thing. So, I mean, for people who are lawyers, son, these questions doesn't need any definition. It is a straightforward question. It has nothing to do with whether one had a dual citizenship or not. This question did not ask Tinubu if he had dual citizenship, but rather, do you have another citizenship? So, I think this is where the perjury you are talking about is coming about. And I also learned that Twitter has temporarily blocked your tweet account with what is coming out from the account. I know that several people from the Tinubu's camp will be sending a whole lot of wrong information to Twitter, that this information is wrong or is offensive. But I will want to prove with this that the information that you posted, it has not been disputed by the person that is a result of this very issue. He has neither come out, or his people who talks a lot. We have Fani Kayode. I don't know if he's still, if he has not been arrested, because I'm hearing some rumors of his arrest. And again, we know about that is always coming out to defend. We have not seen any of these people coming out to defend their principle. And one tends to believe that this passport, as posted by David Hundeyin, is correct. And the perjury issue is glaring. It is left for us to look at it from the points we are raising today, and also to analyze it in such a manner that will be beneficial to all Nigerians. Nigeria, Hundeyin, I'm still coming to you. We are faced with alleged constitutional breaches on the incoming president-elect. We are waiting for swearing in on 29th. That is what everybody, I can see practices in Ego Square were displayed yesterday. And we have these constitutional breaches by the same person who is claiming to uphold the Constitution of Nigeria. We have age fortification allegation that has not been dealt with. We have certificate forgery that has not been dealt with. We have drug trafficking issues that has not been dealt with. We have the dual citizenship that they mention, but that is not the perjury. That is not the perjury that David Hundeyin is talking about. And we also have the 25% issue in the FCT, which I believe the Election Petition Tribunal is going to do. We are having several Electoral Act violations, perjury, rigging, bribery. These are all constitutional issues that needs to be addressed. And the person who is going to uphold the Constitution of Nigeria has breached these constitutional provisions. Now, David, I want to come back to you. The last time you were with us, you kind of elaborated more on the employment of Bola Ahmed Tinubu at Deloitte. The fact that such did not exist. And I just want you to, shed some more light into that so that people will understand that in this form that you're talking about, we have seen evidence that he never deposed to have any primary school, secondary school. He only brought about university, which is the Chicago State University, which you just mentioned. Please tell us more about this very level of revelations from you.
Okay, so as I researched that story for November, one of the things where we do, as I mentioned before now, to use a law firm for Chicago, where they called Leahy, Eisenberg, and Frankel. That law firm issued subpoena to all these institutions where Tinubu don't claim, say he don't work there or he don't school there before. So then give subpoena, give Deloitte, and give subpoena, give Anderson Tax, and give subpoena, give Richard Daley College, and they give subpoena, give Chicago State University. So the subpoena will go to Deloitte. The response will come back. I don't already put out the letter. The letter they inside that article where I published on November. I don't put them on Twitter before as well. The response, a very simple response. They say, we don't know this man. We don't get any record for him. We don't know who this person be. Meaning, say this person don't lie about having worked there. Because if you don't work for this place, no how, then go get your record. Then go get HR record of you somewhere. Deloitte na business consulting, na management consulting firm. If you don't work for big four management consulting firm before, you will know say that they keep record past government. They keep record for everything. So if you don't work as cleaner for 1 week for that place, then go get your. If you work as cleaner for 1 week for 1970, then go get your record. If indeed you don't work there, so then they simply say we don't know this person. This person has never worked with us before. So that's as far as Deloitte goes. And then Chicago State University, the responses we then give us. I'd already mentioned the certificates we then show us the original certificates we then issued to Bola A. Tinubu. And if you see that certificate, you go think say, okay, well, they issue certificate to Bola A. Tinubu. That one means say this person will call himself Bola Ahmed Tinubu, say he studied there and he collect degree. But the problem is say one of the other documents we then give now transcript from Richard Daley College where that person used, where the person will be Bola A. Tinubu used to get admission to Chicago State University. And on top of that transcript, for sex, Abidjan, they write down very clearly, say the sex of the person, na female, na F. And no be even hand they use right now, na printed thing, F, female. So which means that the person will gain admission to Chicago State University, where that person in Bola A. Tinubu, that person a woman. So the person where they issue the certificate to, that person na Bola A. Tinubu, na woman. So the person where they call himself Bola Ahmed Tinubu now, not be the same person will gain admission to Chicago State University. It is very simple because Bola Ahmed Tinubu would then born him as male. He no be transgender. Then born him as male. He don't identify as male all in life and still man. He has never been a woman before. You know, so in potentially don't commit identity fraud, identity theft. And it is important to point out, say, for that period where these things happen, Nigerians for the US, they do that kind of thing well. Then they do them well. Where we say, if you be Nigerian, you get visitors visa, go enter America. And you don't want to go through normal routes to get legal status for America. If you get small money, you go meet some kind of corrupt government officials who they work for immigration or for city hall or whatever. So waiting then go come to be say people we don't die recently. We say the government never yet acknowledge say they don't die. Maybe death certificates has not been issued yet. That person we just newly die. You go pay, you go come adopt that person's identity. You get that person's social security number. You go adopt that person's name. They use that person identity documents, and you go come give yourself legal status from America. And in fact, after September 11th for 2001, where the American Department of Homeland Security start to be very, very paranoid about foreigners with the US. They arrest plenty of Nigerians, then deport plenty of Nigerians who do that thing. People who don't date there since the 70s, since the 80s, they arrest them plenty. The story they reported that time. So no be something where they say now only this man do. Now very common thing when Nigerians they do that period with this. But the thing they say, whether plenty of people do them or not, those plenty of people will do them, no be them they run for president. Now this one. So if plenty common criminals don't do one thing, the person we want take office as Nigeria president, that person not supposed to be criminal too. Sorry, go ahead.
Let's look at the passport. You know, in 2015, I think precisely around September, the President Muhammadu Buhari ordered for a recall of all diplomatic passports of ex-governors, senators, and I think House of Assembly members. And thereafter, this passport that you tweeted is said to be issued in October of December 2015. I'm just trying to put 1 and 2 to be 3, so that the viewers will understand that when a recall of diplomatic passport happened in 2015, probably that was when, through his friend, the president of Guinea, to get a diplomatic passport. I've been doing a little research on diplomatic passports, and it goes without saying that diplomatic passport, for you to have it, you must have a very serious allegiance to that country. Guinea has not responded whether this passport is a Guinean passport or not. But I don't know if you have gotten any responses either from the camp of Tinubu or from the Guinean people regarding this passport or such passport, or the procedure that must have taken place before such passports are issued. David. Are you there?
Likely that we're going to get that kind of response from the Guineans. The Guineans are obviously very embarrassed, because what this shows is that their country has allowed somebody who has no actual claim to Guinean citizenship to gain Guinean citizenship through the back door. So they are understandably, they're very embarrassed about it. So they know they answer anybody. Now just then they close them out. Obviously, the passport they valid now, authentic passports. They know everybody, but no be something where then they allow, because the former president Alpha Conde, waiting they do that time, they say anybody will be in friend or in crony in the issue diplomatic passport, give that person, even if that person no even be Guinean, and go dash that person Guinean citizenship, like in dash Tinubu. So that thing in itself, it is very illegal. But now waiting the former president they do. So now for 2021, Guinean military can carry out coup. They can't remove him from office. So even the new regime where they there, I suppose say those ones too, then they embarrassed, say this issue go expose their country for international arena. Say, first of all, their country, no, they even get proper procedure to the issue citizenship or to the issue diplomatic passport, because as you talk correctly, diplomatic passport supposedly very, very difficult to get. Not be just anybody they get diplomatic passports. To get diplomatic passports, first of all, you go be citizen of that country, and then secondly, then go do enhanced security check for you. They go investigate you, reach your third generation before they give it. Now, waiting is supposed to be that, like for Nigeria, for example, to get diplomatic passport for Nigeria now war. No be just anybody they get them. Even those say you be House of Reps member, you be governor, then no go give you. Now only at the very highest level, now diplomats, now president, vice president, Senate president, now those people they get diplomatic passports. You understand? It's not just supposed to be anybody. So the Guineans, they're very embarrassed. So they know they answer anybody. They know they confirm. They know they deny. Obviously, they know if they deny them, but they know they confirm them.
Okay.
The few way don't try to defend the thing, then they try push this narrative. Say, yes, now valid passport, but if it is possible to issue diplomatic passport to person and the person no actually be citizen, say not just diplomatic instruments, which be nonsense, because as you know, if you issue passport to person, may person not be your citizen. It's not possible. And then secondly, for that passport, they write them very clearly under nationality, say na Guinean. So then give this person Guinean nationality. So that now all for the Guinean side. Now for the Tinubu side, they don't inadvertently already confirm, say the document now authentic. And first of all, when Fashola go, I think the Channels TV for politics today, where they will show up, and she will ask them the question, say, does your Oga, say your Oga get dual nationality or not? Fashola they dance around the question. He no fit deny. He no give direct answer, and after he talk say he no know. So, and then when they later come report my Twitter handle, it did very interesting. Say they no report that tweet where I post the passport data page. They no report them saying false or misleading information. No be waiting they report them for. They report them for exposing private information, which means say they no accept say this document, an authentic document. But then they try use Twitter to censor me, say this document, say a private document, say people no supposed to see. I'm saying now Tinubu private document. So that one in itself, now admission, say the document now authentic document.
Okay. I think you have been able to explain these two things, and our people they don't understand them. The major thing where we say everybody they talk for social media and mainstream media too. Now say dual citizenship and not dual citizenship. And here you don't clear say what you the brain come out here no be dual citizen. Now be your case. The thing where you bring come out say Prejury they for inside this thing. Because for the form where Tinubu feel for INEC, saying talk say in no get another nationality and the in no get another allegiance with another country. Now the thing where you they talk. I be no be so.
Now so.
So that's why all the talk where they go on everywhere. Make them for understand the thing where you they carry come out well. Because I know say before you go carry something, bring out. I know say you go don't check and well. And when you talk say Prejury there inside here, I know say true, you don't check and because maybe say only investigative journalists now you be, but you they also check waiting there for Constitution and waiting there for INEC. You they follow Nigerian matter. And the last time when you did for our show, you explain say the problem when we get for this in Nigeria now corruption. Say if we get how we go fit minimize corruption, Nigeria go change well. That's what you take talk last time. You fit make you for advise us again this time.
Sorry, like the last 20 seconds, I don't really get them. The network glitch.
Okay, I said the last time you were with us, you talked about the problem of Nigeria being corruption, and that if Nigerians fit minimize corruption in the high places, that Nigeria will be ranked among their equals in the Western world. That I say, make you help us open up that side again, because right now, where we dey na judiciary now we dey wait for this election tribunal where we dey with P2B's petition. And it means that most of the interpretation of this constitution and all these things when they bring about, then get wetin dem they call inherent jurisdiction. Meaning say, even if P2B no put them for a petition, they can also bring it up to save Nigeria from these very issues, these controversies that is tangling and dangling around the neck of Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Well, so the important thing to note for this issue is say, because several people don't they try to shift narrative. They try to spin it. Say, na me get personal vendetta, na me get personal problem with Tinubu. Say, Tinubu na the only corrupt politician for Nigeria. And they say, why I just they follow him? Why I just they touchlight him? Why I know they touchlight Peter Obi? Why I know they touchlight Atiku? This one, that one. And the thing we say, if you swear in common criminal as your president, it is different from when you swear in, even if say, so make I pick example out of the air. Let me say, so okay, this now will be Dati family TV. So make I not use Peter Obi as example. Make I use somebody else. Make I use Atiku as example. Atiku get corruption scandal with the track record. We know that one well. He don't even get a corruption case for America before, right? Now, as bad as it could be, say, make that kind of person become your president, that it go bad. But if na the kind of scandal we person they carry with that, say person don't use a position, don't make money where he no supposed make, don't make some kind of shady moves with imposition, and don't they corrupt. The thing we say, as bad as that won't be, the world will still look you, will still remove. I say, after all, not just Africa, you know, not just Africa. Now, waiting that they do for Africa with that. They don't go respect you, but at the same time, they go just whatever. Now Africa, now waiting they sabi be that. But if you can't swear in actual organized criminal, where we say na street crime, this person they do. Say this person don't they involved in drugs. This person don't steal person identity. This person don't commit fraud. You know, this person na Nigerian prince, na drug dealer, na fraudster, na all in one. He don't even commit not just perjury, but the kind of perjury on top of election declaration where we say the certificate where you submit give your electoral commission, say in buy them for internet, and you fit see the website where in buy them, you fit see the certificate where in buy. Everything day for open. Say this one are just common criminal. The way the world will treat you, it did different. It could be like as bad as things did for Nigeria. Things figure worse, much worse. As bad as it be, it figure worse because as we did like this, we they complain say Nigerian passport don't get level, Nigerian passport don't get power. If they travel anywhere with your green passport, then they disrespect you. We don't already they complain about that one. If it can't be say your president, now person where they don't link to drug trafficking. Bear in mind, say no before Nigeria, he can get that drug trafficking case. So not for Chicago, not for America. So if Western government don't link the person will be your head of state with drug trafficking, and not just any drug, no be say na marijuana, no be weed, na heroin, which are the very worst kind, now the most deadly. So if not the kind of person where you come swearing as your president with that, they go just either officially or unofficially, it no matter. Then go just designate you as pariah states or narco states. the way they don't alienate certain countries. So, like now, for example, if they travel with Russian passports, life could be difficult for you because the world don't alienate Russia. If they travel with North Korean passports, life could be very hard for you. If you travel with Cuban passports, life could be very hard for you. Now what they call pariah states with that, where the world don't isolate you. If the world can't isolate Nigeria like that, bear in mind, say already Nigeria they in very, very serious economic crisis. Very serious economic crisis. 8 years of Buhari don't load, because obviously Buhari no get mind for how to make Nigeria more productive or anything. Not just debt in load on top Nigeria, and loan in don't load on top Nigeria. And those loans, they have to be called in. So the person where will be president next, don't already they face crisis. Crisis don't already they look us like this. Naira, which maybe 740 Naira to $1. By this time next year, if we don't hit 1,005, it's entirely possible. So with that kind of crisis where they face us, you now can add, whether official or unofficial, international sanctions during that one. All of us go hear them. And the thing, and the tragedy, we say, nobody Tinubu go hear them. Because if he be president, he go do okay. He'll be fine. He will get diplomatic passports. He no go apply for visa. Nobody go refuse him visa. He go anywhere he want go. He go get world-class healthcare. His family go do okay. The small money where Nigeria get left and go use and take care of him and family. Now all of us go hear him. Now all of us go suffer. Now the issue be that. So I did try, even yesterday I did Clubhouse. I did still try to explain this thing last night. I say make people no miss the real point of all of this. Make people no get sidetracked. Make people no start to they want this is not issue of David Hundeyin, although David Hundeyin is not important at all. I'm completely unimportant in any of this. I don't matter. The issue here is if this kind of person by mistake can't enter that office, can't occupy that seat, now all of us go hear him.
Thank you very much, David. Finally, to the judiciary, where we say this matter there for their table now. Waiting be the advice where you want to give them, as I talked before, then get waiting then they call inherent powers. Meaning that even if somebody no raise up issue, or that issue come from another person where we say he no gets the local standing, that is, he no gets even the power to go to the court himself. Say court get their own inherent power to hear them. As you don't bring this thing come now, we know say we get lawyers from Nigeria where they say they know say what they talk be true, and they can take it up upon themselves to bring this matter up before the court. And I know say you get some judges where the Nigeria where still get conscience, where we say they go use that power where they inherent for their court to give justice to Nigerians. What are your advice to them?
Well, I mean, I could just appeal to them, say, make all of them understand that this one no be just matter of politics. No be Peter Obi matter, right? No be matter of who they support Peter Obi or who know they support Peter Obi. No be matter of who they support Tinubu, who know they support Tinubu. Now matter of national interest. Say, no matter what thing don't happen, you know if you get criminal as your national head of state, as your president. Say that all of us go there affected. So even if you get dual citizenship elsewhere, even if you feel wrong, go somewhere else, that tag of shame, it will follow you around forever. Say if Pablo Escobar, now for 1991, I mean 1992, where he died. That was more than 30 years ago where this man died. Till today, anybody who come from Colombia, till today, then they use one kind of eye, they look them. Till today. Because of man who died 30 years ago, the whole country, reputation of the whole country don't spoil because of one man. And that man no even reach president, no reach vice president, no rich, in rich senator one time, and he no last 1 month inside there before then kick him out, right? But with just that little influence where he can get that time, it completely ruined the reputation of an entire country. People know, they remember now, say Colombia has 1/3 of all the bird species in the world. So of all the species of bird where they planet Earth, say 33% of them, they Colombia alone. Say this country na tourism paradise. Say this country na very beautiful country. Nobody they remember. If you talk Colombia, nobody they remember that one. If you talk Colombia, the first thing will go come to your head na cocaine, na Pablo Escobar. Now waiting will happen to Nigeria if you make this kind of mistake. So whether you be lawyer, whether you be judge, you're supposed to understand, say your own interests, they affected too. Say it no matter who don't promise you anything, it no matter who they give you, that your money will be useless to you. So it get things where they more important than the thing where they in front of you right now. Now my advice with that.
Okay, David Hundeyin, thank you very much. Say today you bring out your time, come join us, come explain all these things where the controversies, where they follow Tinubu, the waka. We thank you well as you come open up. And for our viewers, I want to close up my own talk to say, waiting in the inn, open up for us today, say, in the talk, say, dual citizenship, it prevents somebody making no be Nigerian president. Say, no be waiting in the brain. Waiting in the brain come. Say, Tinubu lie for inform. Now be the perjury. Now in the talk say commit, and say, because of saying don't commit perjury, say you no qualify him to be president of Nigeria. And he show the place where he commit the perjury for INEC form. And the question where they ask for that INEC form, they ask a very simple question, whether in don before get any country where we say in be their citizen. And they ask him another one, he say no, say he no get. And they ask him again whether he gets any allegiance, say whether in link with another country, where we say they carry and enter their country as their citizen. He talk say no. So now be the thing when they carry the court, when they call perjury, where this president-elect commit. Now what he carry come. So for all the people when they talk for internet, for mainstream media, say dual citizenship, say you know go stop somebody to become president. No be waiting in the carry come. Waiting carry come be say Tinubu get another citizenship where in carry where be Guinean citizenship, and in talk say in no get, and now be say in don't lie. So David Hundeyin, thank you for being with us today and honor our invitation. We know say you dey busy all the time. I will not say go call you again, make we then listen the year, so that anytime when we say anybody don't answer from Tinubu play, we'll call you again, make you call answer any question when we say then they ask, because their own now to begin they bring out waiting person no talk. Waiting you talk now with the brain come, and we believe say that thing not true. So our time don't give us signal make we carry our kaya come out for this studio. And please will join us here since we don't introduce us. In just the shaking head, in mouth they do mwe, but they don't tell us say we no get time. Peace. I beg, I don't say I don't close the topic already, but make you just talk your own part.
Yes, so my people, I don't see them now, I don't hear them. President-elect we get this kind heavy allegations behind them. This kind of accusation we no even dey simple at all. I wonder waiting the person won't swear for the inauguration where they want to do for May 29th. You wait on lie for your form, lie for your university degree, impersonate person, do many things. You even be drug baron. In fact, Pablo Escobar self they learn for where you did. Waiting you want swear in where we as your people, your Nigerians, we will believe from your mouth. You don't get anything where you go do where we go accept now. Well, my people, now here we go call them a day on top today show. We go still see una tomorrow. You know, as we dey take do am now, every day we dey drop updates, gist, hot one sef. Make una dey hear, they see everything where they go on. And we dey thank all of una. We still dey ask you to subscribe. All our subscribers, I beg, make una help us dey like our videos. Like them, share them. Still post them, make other people they see them. No be only you suppose they see all these things. So your friends, family, they should see it. And also help us. All those this thing where they see for your screen, I beg, make you put them eyes small. Any way you can encourage us, we really, really appreciate. We dey say special thanks to our guest today, wey be David Hundeyin, wey bring out in time, come follow us, stand up for studio, they analyze this matter. We dey say thank you, and we still dey expect you another day. So my people, you go still follow us for Twitter, for Facebook, everything sef dey simple. E dey for description under this video. If you just click there, one touch, under 2 seconds, you don't take it to anywhere where you won't go. So make una follow us, like and share this video, and we go see you now tomorrow. Bye bye.